I'm calling in the creator to the CEO who crave creating community and cash to create it like a boss. With me, Katrina Julia, as your host, multi-passionate entrepreneur, creator, and CEO who has walked from fear to faith, self-hate to love, corporate to calling, and continues to, with experience in 7+ industries, 7,000+ creators and startups, to creators to Fortune 500 brands, including Google, NBC, Victoria's Secret, and more. If you are ready to create it like never before in faith, wellness, wealth, marketing, business, travel, and more, this is the show for you. If this is your time to have freedom in all forms as you create it like a boss, let's create it. Why you need to be emailing your community now and get in on the 4,200% return on investment that comes from email marketing on average, and how I reached over 40% to 80% open email rates in 2023. So first, friend, I want you to do me a favor. Open up your phone right now and go to your settings. And in your settings, you can scroll down to screen time. And if you don't yet do this as a regular habit at least once a week, I invite you to consider this because it is always very eye-opening. And I do this minimum once a week, if not every other day. And I want you to scroll down. I want you to click see all activity. And likely that daily average is going to shock you. And then I want you to scroll down. So my most used is Peloton because I use it all the time when I'm walking in the city or when I'm at the gym. So right now this week, I already have over 6 hours on Peloton. And then the second thing I have, and I have a time limit on Instagram, is I have a time limit of maximum an hour per day, maximum. And usually I'm at about 30 to 44 minutes. I am very focused and very strategic when I get on and I get off. And this week I have 4 hours and 44 minutes. So I am under my limit, which is great. And especially because when I consider the ROI, where I'm focusing and the bigger impact right now, I know that that is another reason why I'm controlling that time. Number 3, let's talk about email. For every dollar spent on average, marketers make $42. That's a 4,200% return on investment based on recent studies like from HubSpot and other marketers. And this year, I really accelerated my marketing, and I use an incredible tool, Kajabi, which you can find in the link in the show notes if you go in my 75+ tools. But what I really want you to do is get into the Black Friday toolkit for creators and CEOs. It's free because I am going to share so much in that toolkit that puts it all together. But let's get back to email. So before this year, I was using email marketing quite a bit, and I've been on Kajabi for years now. But this year, along with going through B School, Marie Forleo's B School, the 4th time in less than a year, I really accelerated my email marketing. And on average, my open rates have averaged 40 to 80% consistently. And that is even with frequent emails. And a couple of things that I wanted to point out based on recent studies. According to Brilliance, in 2021, the average email click-through rate was about 15.2%. And how successful is email marketing? So you want to keep in mind that many marketers across the world have listed email marketing, and Marie also advocates this astronomically in B School. as the top marketing channel by effectiveness. And that over 60% of people say that email marketing affects purchase decisions and trigger people, along with obviously inspiration, storytelling, results, meeting people with something that they desire and or need. And that also marketers who segment email lists, which I've also astronomically increased this year, increase marketing revenue by 760%. So I've absolutely been shifting this into segments by brand, by different level entrepreneurs, overall on updates, and then also creators, among several other segments I have. And what you want to think about is a couple things with email is storytelling, sharing what's in an offer, providing the value up front. Like what is what is the tip, the tool, the tech, the blog post, the podcast? What are you offering up front before you're asking? And the other thing you want to think about increasingly is your subject lines. I have found the better I have gotten with subject lines and the intro, the more people engage, respond in different ways. And so, why are subject lines so important? Well, a couple things. They are the first thing that people see that captures their attention. And just so you know, email marketing revenue worldwide is estimated to be 8.49 billion. And this is again based on Statista, which is from a couple years ago. And keep in mind that over 60% of emails now are opened up on phones. So let's go back to subject lines. And earlier today, I was actually working on my emails for my upcoming Black Friday. So right now, I'm doing the Black Friday toolkit for those that want a CMO or a chief marketing officer to help them with Black Friday. And then I'm also working on an incredible promotion for Black Friday, specifically for my retreats, for the Bali New Year, New You retreat. And I was putting together several subject lines and several emails very, very intentionally with announcing the upcoming Bali blowout. B, a email that really focuses on emotion, like imagine this, imagine you, and walking through it. Then also some highlights, then also what's included, and then you don't want to miss this. But I was being very, very intentional on the subject lines, like I can't believe I'm doing this. So it's evoking the curiosity factor, or don't miss this. And a lot of that, you may be seeing some of that on Instagram, but that's what you think about when you think about email marketing. And the thing is, you guys, with social media, with Instagram, I really want you to think about what is the return on investment you are getting from spending the time that you spend on Instagram, and is it focused? B, are you capturing different leads from Instagram in at least one way? So, what do I mean by that? I'm actually capturing leads from Instagram in two ways. One, I have my link in bio that also has an immediate subscription into my email list at the bottom of the link in bio, and a number of others. Two, I also have Chat Fuel that I'm using with automatic keywords where people get automatic comments on my post and automatic DMs, and I don't even have to be on Instagram. So it gives me freedom. I am always thinking about how can I increase and or how can I create freedom? Time freedom, community, expression, location, and yes, ultimately financial freedom. So, a couple of things you want to think about with subject lines and what makes subject lines really, really great. So, 47% of email subscribers will open an email because of the subject line. I also learned from reading this article. So, shout out to Louisa Zoe, who wrote this article and pulled in so many different stats. And she already has close to 20,000 shares on this blog article. Friday actually yields the highest open rates of about 20%. So in the past, a lot of times it's been Tuesdays, and I often run A/B tests. So that means testing different things in different ways. And which that's the other thing I wanted to mention. I have sustained all of 2023 a 40 to 80% open rate on my emails, which blows my mind. Because like I shared earlier, on average, it's about a 22% open rate across industries. And then in September, I actually ran a 30-day challenge and I sent out emails every single day. And in October, I actually pretty much kept the same cadence without even realizing it, because I wasn't running a 90-day or 30-day, challenge on email at that point. So, and then other things you want to think about: 93% of business and business marketers, according to HubSpot, use an email application to share content. And then why are subject lines so important, and how can you evoke more open rates on your emails? So a couple things. You want to think about curiosity factor, like what's going to pull in someone to open up, an email. Is it relatable to what it is that they, are looking for? Personalized subject lines, like with the name, if you can do that. Humorous, subject lines, announcement subject lines, and then shocking subject lines. So any of those aspects. So for example, you don't just want to say newsletter or update, because that's super generic. It's super impersonal. So tell me, are you using emails yet to create it within your business? Would love to know. Tag me on social at Katrina Julia Fit, at Fit Life Creation. Leave a review on the show and drop your IG handle and our website so I can shout you out. And as always, friends, remember, create, transform, and inspire. You are born to. Are you ready to take your marketing like a boss with Black Friday and beyond? Keep listening to boost your Black Friday strategy with my fractional CMO and marketing A to Z free quiz. This free quiz will help you identify where you're at with your strategy, your structure, your systems, with your marketing, with Black Friday, with monetizing, and so much more. When you take the free quiz, I and the team will personally reach out to help you create it with resources. Definitely check out my YouTube video and the video in the show notes at Fractional CMO Like a Boss, so that you have me personally walking you through the quiz and insights and downloads. And you can get a free call with me if you are serious about having a fractional CMO work with you one-on-one for Black Friday and beyond to really take your business to the next level. So let's create it. All the free chats on faith, wellness, money, marketing, business, and travel, so you create a life and business haven't already. Head on over to the blog, the podcast, and the freebies to jumpstart your transformation. If you're ready to dive into the online courses, the live events, or the retreat, and if you want to create with our community on an even deeper level, definitely check out our internships, our influencer collaborations, management, and brand engagement. Let's create it.